Everyone, Father Lamb here. It's Wednesday, August 25th. I'd like to actually take a look at yesterday's feast with St. Bartholomew. St. Bartholomew is one of the 12 disciples. In the scriptures, he's also Nathaniel. And in the gospel, when Jesus refers to Nathaniel, Philip actually introduces Nathaniel to Jesus. Jesus says about him that there is no duplicity in him. It's actually a very beautiful thing to say about someone, no duplicity. Duplicity is basically like a doubleness, someone who speaks maybe out of both sides of their mouth. A duplicitous person would be someone, who might say a truth on one hand, on the other side of their mouth be saying something that's a lie, see? So for Jesus to say there's no duplicity in Nathaniel, he's saying Nathaniel just speaks the truth. I think we all know somebody like that in our lives, like they almost can't help themselves. They have to speak truth. And it's a very beautiful thing, especially in our culture, because we are all about like fake news and half-truths. We say a little bit of truth and then put a little hook in it so it sort of like makes us look better, that kind of thing. And we all know that the devil is the father of lies. So duplicity, no duplicity, for us to speak the truth. That would be a good thing for all of us to do, is to dedicate our lives to the truth, to always speak the truth. And I think sometimes it's not like we want to lie or hurt people. We actually sometimes don't want to hurt people, so we lie a little bit. You ever hear that term? Someone will say, I just told a little white lie. You don't want to tell someone the truth. You think they're going to be hurt. Remember one time years ago, I said that to a priest in confession. I said, I told a little white lie, and he said to me, I didn't know that they came in different colors. There were green lies and black lies and red lies and white lies. But see, here's the deeper question, really. Is that when we want to share truth with someone, we have to ask the question, how can I share this truth in a way that's going to be constructive? Because sometimes we share the truth with someone, we hit them over the side of the head with it. Like it's kind of like a brutal thing. And we go, well, I'm just telling the truth. Truth spoken without love is brutality. That we really got to take the truth and say, how can I say this truth in a loving way so it can be constructive and this person can grow from it? Years ago, when I was a seminarian, I went to visit another seminarian friend of mine up in New England. And I spent a few days there, and I went to daily mass at their little chapel, beautiful little chapel up there. And one day they asked me to be the lector. So I went up to be the lector. Again, I'm just a seminarian for a year or two, and I'm going up and being a lector. And it was one of those, I don't remember what reading it was, an Old Testament reading where everybody was killing each other. It was like one of these horrible readings like, oh my gosh, why is this in sacred scripture? So consequently, I read it very quickly. Just kind of wanted to get through it. It wasn't that meaningful to me. So after Mass was over, I'm sitting in this pew, and a man came up and sat down right next to me after everybody left. And I noticed he actually was one of the lectors there at this church. And he put his hand right on my knee. And he started to talk to me about the reading of scripture and how it's sacred and how we read it slowly, I don't remember all the details of what he said to me, but I do remember he said it very lovingly, very kindly, and I felt very humbled in a good way of knowing, yeah, he's right. I just kind of rushed through that reading because I didn't like it, I'm very appreciative that he did that. That man spoke truth to me in love. And he also helped me to look at scripture totally differently from that point on. That even if there are readings that don't mean a lot to us or they seem kind of strange, it's still part of sacred scripture and is to be revered. So maybe we can look at two things this week in our lives. Number one is to dedicate our lives to the truth, to be about the truth. And whenever we're confused about where God is in our lives, ask the question, what's the truth? We have found the truth. We have found God. So dedicate our lives to the truth, which is another way of saying dedicating our lives to Jesus, because Jesus is the way and the truth and the life. And secondly, if we have to share some truth with someone, pray about it first and ask the question, how can I share this truth in a way that will be constructive, that that person will grow from this? That's an important thing, because the goal for all of us, once we dedicate our lives to the truth, is to share the truth in love. God bless you.